Okay, now HTML formatting. Formatting in HTML allows you to control the appearance of text and elements on a web page. All right, just like in Microsoft Word. If you have used Microsoft Word before, I believe you know what it means to format text. So, like the text alignment, increasing the font. If you want to bold a text, or if you want to make it an italic or the slanting form, or you want to underline, all these are basic formatting in any text editor. So basic text formatting tags, we have the paragraph. Of course, we have seen paragraph. So this defines a paragraph of text. Good example is this is a paragraph. We have headings, H1 to H6, which we have seen that as well. So define 6 levels of headings. And then we have bold. So we use the strong or the B tag. The strong or the B tag, which marks text bold. Okay, so this or this. We have the italic. We can use the EM. EM means emphasize, and then or I. Actually, both this EM and I tag are doing the same job basically, but the difference between them is that EM was introduced in HTML5. So prior to HTML5, we're using I tag, same thing as strong and B. Strong was introduced in HTML5, and then B was before HTML5. They are doing the same job, all right? They make text bold, all right? And then we have the underline, which underlines text. We use the U tag. And of course, we have some semantic tags for text formatting, which is mark. So mark aligns text to denote relevance. And we have the lit or deleted, which is the INS. So shows deleted and inserted text respectively. You can use the D delete or the INS text. And then we have the superscript and the subscript. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Practically, let's do that. So I'm just going to get a few content here. Okay. Squidgy community paragraph. I will create another paragraph here and say date. This date is 23rd 2082. Okay, 2082. And then I'm going to get another one here and say the chemical symbol. Chemical symbol for water H2O. Okay, H2O. So we've seen paragraph, we've seen the headings. Now let's look at bold. I think we've seen bold as well, but then so let me just add some emphasis on Squidgy text. So we use the strong. Anytime you want to bold a text, you can just wrap it between the strong or the D element, as the case may be. So if I get back and refresh. Oh, sorry. That's not. I mean, you're not going to see the difference because H1, as I mentioned the other time, automatically they are bold by default. So I think this is not going to work here. Something else. Okay, let's see technology. I want to put my emphasis on technology. So here's the bold. Save. And then if I refresh, just you can keep your eyes on this transforming. Oh, sorry, technology, not transforming. I'm sorry about that. So it's technology, and that's because of the strong tag that I introduced right away. We have the EM for italic. So maybe we can do that. We can apply that on transforming. So cut EM, dump it here, paste, save. Please, anytime you edit your code, before you refresh the browser or before you take a look at the output, make sure you save. Otherwise, you're not going to see the output. So transforming is now italic on the slanting form. We have the which one again? I think we have on the line, yes, on the line. So let's rule out passion or maybe impact. Let's underline it. Impact cut, and then we use the U tag, paste, save, and then save. So you can see impact is underlined. I think we have subscript and superscript, right? Okay, we have mark as well. Let's see mark. I'm going to mark date. I'm going to mark date. Mark, paste, save to the browser. There you can see. So it actually give it this what's it called? This yellow background color, to mark. So you can mark the entire content actually. Just like when you are reading, I mean for readers here, if you are reading, sometimes you use your marker to rule out some lines. So this is a perfect example. What next? We have the subscript. So subscript, I think it's going to be this two, H2O, yes. H2O for the science students here, the 2 is a subscript of H, right? It's not written this way. And to achieve that, use the sub tag. I mean, this is not the correct form of writing H2O. That's in chemistry, I guess. So the 2, I will cut out this 2 and then use the sub, so SUB. Then I will paste 2, save it, and let's see. If I refresh, you see we have H, then subscript 2, and then we have our O. Let's use superscript. We can make this RD a superscript of 2023. So in that way, it's going to be 23rd. So 23 superscript RD, and we use SUP. That's SUP. SUP. Where are you? Okay, so RD. So I'm going to format this and say SUP. Dump the text, and then boom, we have this. So we have a lot of them. You can take a look at them. We have the delete, we have the insert as well. All right, so let's see. Okay, we have this code pre-formatted. Actually, this preserves white space and line breaks. So this is another way of formatting paragraphs or formatting your text in HTML. So we can have this the pre elements, and then you can see the content. Text in a pre-formatted block will be displayed in a fixed width form. All right, let's try this. So the pre text in a pre-formatted form block will be displayed in a fixed width form. All right, so I'm going to save this and take a look at the output. Refresh. So you can see, so this is how the pre-elements formatted. So take a look at the content again. Preserves white space and line break. So whenever you break your content, right, you will see the actual output or the actual result whenever you load the content on the web. Okay, now if you take a look at this paragraph, let me break. I'm going to break transforming passion for technology. So I'll break it right here. Okay, and then save. Excuse me. Now, ideally, I want, in this case, one actually think transforming passion for technology will be on a separate line, and then into on another separate line, and then impact on another separate line. So let's see if we're going to get the output. Save, and then refresh. You see, we still get the same. The content still remain on a single line because this is not a pre-formatted tag. Paragraph is paragraph, so it doesn't preserve white space, and it doesn't preserve line breaks, unlike the pre. So this is the difference between a pre-formatted tag and a paragraph tag. Please, I hope we understand that. And next up, we have the block. So mainly for quotations, right? If you have some quotes, you can wrap it in the block form. So the block quotes, this is the block quotes. So after the pre-formatted tag, I'm going to have a block quote. So this is a tag. I can just write some quotes here. Anyways, I can't think right now. So this is a quote. Can't think of any quotes anyways. So save to the browser and then refresh. You see, same way it will ensure that it indents the text. So ideally, if you look at paragraph, this paragraph and even the heading, the stats, their margin is not as wide as the quotes or the block quotes elements. All right, we have comments. We have comments in HTML. Let's see what next. Okay, I think this should be the last thing for today. HTML comment. HTML allows developers to add comments within the code, provide explanations, notes, or reminders. The comments are not displayed on the web page, but are visible in the HTML source code. They are essential for documenting, debugging, and maintaining code in HTML. So comments are written between. Now, so comment also has they have tags actually. Comment has tags. Okay. So this is the opening tag for comments. This angle bracket, exclamation mark, and then dash dash. And then the closing tag is dash dash, the closing angle bracket. So a perfect example is this. So comment goes here is our comment in this case. So which means it won't be displayed on the web. It is only meant for whoever is viewing your code, or maybe for you for personal use. So comments mainly are for good readability, documentation, and even sometimes if you want to debug your code, especially if you are writing programs using programming languages like JavaScript. So sometimes if you want to debug your code, you may likely want to comment some parts of the code just to identify where the error is. All right, so let's see how we can create a comment. So first, after the body, let's say I want to write a comment that this is heading 1, or say heading 1 starts here. So again, we start the opening tag this way. So if you are using a Visual Studio Code, or I think some code editor, when you open up the opening tag of an element, automatically it will close it for you. That's what just happened right now. So the moment I open up the comment opening tag, the ID closes the tag for me. So I will say H1 start here, save, and then after the H1, I can now add comments and say H1 and save. So let's look at the browser if you're going to see the comments. So see, I refresh. I can't see anything like that. So it's just for documentation, right, or for reminders, especially if you're writing, some robust and complex application. So in that case, maybe you want to revisit a particular code or a particular logic. You can just write a comment or like a to-do, right? So that is the job of a comment in HTML. Again, comments are for documentation and good readability of our code. Yeah, it's good to comment your code. Trust me. Or when you comment, for instance, you can even date it. Let's say you can say want to write a comment and say 8th, 23rd, 2024. So in the next 5 years, if for instance now you're able to gain access to this code, you can tell that okay, this code was written on so date. Like I said, just for documentation and good readability of your program. All right, so I think that's all for today.